Hello, everyone. My name is Rayan, and we have Suzanne. And today we are celebrating World Space Week. We celebrate World Space Week during the week of October 4th till October 10th. This year, the theme of World Space Week is space science and climate change. And we celebrate World Space Week to encourage, to appreciate the advancement in space technology for better human um, for better human mankind, for the betterment of human condition. Our topic for today, as we are working for the organization, which is International Association of Astronomical Artists, we started this project last year, and it has evolved so far. It is a project for educators, which is with the name of ISEI, IAAA STEAM Educational Initiative. I'm part of STEAM Outreach team as a director, STEAM Outreach, and Suzanne has worked on this project as a project curator. So, what it is all about, I'm going to discuss. Before moving ahead, I would like to tell you more about IAAA. IAAA was founded in 1982, and since then, we have almost 200 plus artists all over the world. We organize workshops. We have also our biannual magazine. There are some events where you can see our artist has participated in different conferences, workshops, international conference. Here you can see the National Space Society's conference where our former president and different artists exhibiting their work. And our current board members include here we can see in this poster on the left-hand side the current board members time line and the members who are part of the board. And we have some board sorry our artist, which includes astronaut. So one of our artists is actually Nicole Stott. She is a fellow member of IAAA. So let me tell you more about what is this ISEI. Traditionally or generally, we teach science and art separately in our traditional way of curriculum design and activities, where these two subjects taught separately. Perception of art as a subjective and science as an objective, where you can see ISEI, the initiative, encourage the flexible thinking and problem solving within space science through art, to unify art and science and merge these two different domain or subjects, art and science, for better collaboration and emphasize on interconnected knowledge about the subject. To achieve this project, to complete the milestone of this project, we utilize our research methodology, which is participatory action research in our process, to be more transparent in the process, where we collaborate, consult, involve IAAA members to get their feedback, and also involve our space educators, IAAA community members, engage them directly to involve in making decisions, and also empower IAAA community to take the lead in developing resource and making decisions. In IACI project, as we are mentioning, it's a comprehensive guideline resource for educators. So um, it's not only for the educators, but for anybody who is interested to learn more about how you can teach science through art in their classrooms. They can utilize these resources and engage the diverse audience to have this esteemed learning. We divided this project into four different parts. Whereas in first part, it's an introduction, and part B, it's more of a developing STEAM art concept for educators. Part C, part B is considered as Suzanne has worked on this project dedicatedly to complete this and passionately work on the whole concept design, curated this project. Um, Part B is more, I would say, the core of this whole project, where you may understand the art and principal design of the uh, space art, um, and image design strategies for different age groups. And in part C, we have teaching space to students, different age groups, as you can see here. And part D is more for the more as a guide for educators, where we have studio safety and resources and the references. So we covered different topics, which include vintage art, space art interviews, line drawings, teaching methodology of through art videos, painting, drawings. We have some space art tutorial guide. We have included some advanced art concept, digital space art. We also included some material techniques and media. Uh, and these are different topics that we have covered so far in our project. Other than this, if I talk about further in detail, what is element? So you can see the elements, which contains light, color, line, shapes, forms, space, texture, motion, time. And whereas the principle, unity, uh, uh, emphasis, scale, proportion, balance, rhythm with the pattern, and repetition, these are not just defined by their definition, but with the examples. So I will explain them in my next slide, what it is and how it works. And then we have some advanced art concepts, as well as we have some image design strategies, how we utilize um, uh, all these things in our space art, how you can utilize this as if we are talking about using science to using science as a tool to teach, using art as a tool to teach science actually. So we have our first concept, where you can see that if you're talking about light as a source and light as a reflection, you create two different uh, paintings. For example, we have a beautiful painting of the night sky on the first side, where light that is coming from our stars is actually a source to make people understand, to teach the subject of scientific understanding, uh, that how light can be a source and uh, can be depicted through art, is one of the best example that you created a night sky, where you can see the light as a source, and the concept of elements, which contains light, value, space, texture, and time, has been covered, and the principle, balance, and emphasis has been covered. On the other hand, if you want to teach light as a reflection, and you need to create a painting, where you can see here you have one example of Daniel Rose painting, Apollo 17 mission landing. You can see some grayscale behind the 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 astronaut, and you can understand this light has been reflected over, or because moon, as we all know, reflects light. So it's not a source of light actually. Sun is a source of light, whereas moon reflects light. And it's one of the best example that you can teach space through space art, and talk about scientific phenomena through space art. And here you can see the reflection with the gray scale, gray color, and reflection has been shown from like very diligently and properly, to understand that this concept has been clearly understand to our students. Uh, Similar like this, if you want to talk about this principal concept of scaling science through art, which means that if we are making different uh, objects, The scaling of the objects has been shown clearly over here, where you can see that the size of the Earth in comparison to the map of America, and on and the picture behind we have Saturn rings. This Michael's painting actually covered the whole concept of scale, how scaling in science through art or principle has been uh, discussed is also covered in this topic. Scale and space art depicting features, relative size of cosmic object to convey the vastness of our universe has been covered, and clearly, and you can understand the concept of how scale is defined. Whereas if you move forward, we have some image design concept, image design strategies. You can see the reversal. Normally, when you see in your eyes, uh, you never see this image in general, but whereas this is actually the reversal to change the known position, and you may expect that this person is not on planet Earth, but you may expect that this person is actually on the moon and viewing this Earth in a reversal to have this change of known position, and this Lucy's painting has clearly um, defined it very well, that how you can make it understand the and depict the same phenomena in that is the scientific understanding of uh, if you want to create a painting from the moon, you may reflect or create such kind of image where you can see the that here uh, Earth is actually in the view of eye, and you can see this person is not on, and it's actually just a reversal to a change of known position. Now, not only this, these kind of concept are defined clearly in our resource projects activity, but we also have covered some tutorials where you can see the Michael's painting over here. First, it's a Jupiter, and uh, Jupiter and its moon Io, a view from one Io's volcanic crater, and get your, for example, of pen and paper, and if you start drawing this, uh, here we have used in this picture, uh, we got this image from NASA's website of Jupiter, and the other part you can see this is actually uh, the Death Valley in California. This crater is there, and created an image of how you can see or how it may look like if you are on the moon of or a moon of Jupiter, which is Io, and view it from there. And you can see the scaling, the elements and principal design. All these topics are covered so beautifully in this final painting that has been done by Michael. So our project has is going to be completed by 2025, which we are expecting. We have covered different topics, which include interviews as well. We would like to thank all of our team members, board members, and participant members. We have covered almost 75 PDFs. Almost 200 plus artworks are included in this resource project, IACI project, and there are more than 40 plus artists who participated in this project. I would like to thank especially Suzanne for her outstanding contribution for this project. And if you have any questions or concern, and if you want to join IAAA as a member, feel free to contact Kara. Here you have his email ID, and here are more details of about our artist. Like here's a picture of Pulsar magazine, which is our biannual magazine. Some of our projects and activities, for example, I've shared some of the of our artist member, like Michael's book over here, and David's book, David Hardy's 50 Years in Space, and one of his painting, which he actually made in 1952 when our first landing on the moon happened in 1969. It was actually done before while landing, and we are actually manifesting the future through space art and thinking about how our future exploration may look like. Uh, and we have one of our special magazine, astronomy magazine, where all the IAAA artists, uh, their contribution and their artwork has been showcased in this magazine in July 2022 publication. You may check out this one where you may see all the different artworks. And that's all for now. I would like to ask a few questions to Suzanne, her work, that how long does it take to complete all these uh, interviews? I'm sure it took a long time because she worked really, really hard to complete this project and created skeleton of this project actually. So over to you, Suzanne.
Oh, thanks, Rayan. Thank you for your introduction and explaining everything. Just to your question, we have been working with the artists on this project for a year, and we've created the structure as you've described, and it's being filled up through the contributions of our artists that have been involved so far. It is basically a mentorship project where our artists lean into the things they're interested in, into their strengths and interests, and that's what they contribute, that's what they talk about. And some of that has been done with a series of interviews, and the interviews are sort of a really nice way for the artists to be able to describe their process and a little bit about their personal history, and show art that if this is being shown in a classroom, it could be on the screen, and any group of people who are watching it could spend time looking at the art that the artist is presenting in their interview and study it and understand it. So all of these are placed inside PDFs so that they can be seen as separate entities inside the whole project. We'll work as long as the IAAA artists continue to contribute to STEAM education. And we're hoping that this site will be linked to the IAAA website, which is IAAA.org, by November or December this year, which is 2024, but we will continue to work on it into 2025. And there's lots of resources in there. I just want to say that's another part of the project that's really important. There are references and resources for classrooms to be able to link to other resources like NASA or the European Space Agency. Those links will be available. So that's it, I think.
Yes. Well, definitely it's a real hard work, I would say. It's not just this. If you see, there are some line drawings which educators can utilize in their classrooms. Other than this, not only the line drawings, but also there are some tutorials, if you see, are available in the resource where you can understand that how you can teach the artistically teaching the scientific phenomena. That's what I would say. And thank you so much for your time, and I hope that we are going to have great feedback from the educators, and this all these resources are going to be available for the members, for educators, and for now, we are very hopeful and happy to celebrate World Space Week with the people around the world. And have a nice day. Thank you for your time, Suzanne, and good luck for the project. Hope to see you
Yes,
soon.
thanks, Rayan. Yeah, thank you.
Take care. Bye bye. Take care.
Bye-bye.